Hello, this is the probably quite, well, I'd say anticipated sequel, but very heavily required after the first of these, the classic series Demonetized Video, is the most viewed video I have. It probably is, I think last time I did the calculation of it, it was about 56% of the views of my channel, so thank you for that. I very well appreciate. I don't know why it blew up so well, because it's 29 minutes of boredom, but you like it, and I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm doing something I like, and you also in response like it as well. I'm happy it blew up more than the Minecraft TARDIS one because I really didn't like, because my audio was really scuffed and I really had to tweak it in the editing to make it sound a bit more bearable. So I'm happy that actually, because nothing really went wrong with that, and I'm happy it went well. Like, it was well received and it went well in terms of like went wrong. And if this will not go wrong, but this is going to be the new series one, so I'm going to call it the new series TARDISes. That is what is that including? That's including the War Doctors down here. We got the 2005 9th and 10th Doctors TARDIS, the Copper Smith, the Other Smith, the Capaldi, and the Jodie TARDIS. They're the TARDIS we're looking at today. Let's get into it. So here is John Hurt's TARDIS. It's very nice. Look at it go. Look at it. Look at all these scuff marks. I love it's got this tiny lamp as well. This kind of very tiny 80s lamp. It's just a weird little... Because you don't really see the lamp in the thing. And a lot of people would assume it's just got a regular kind of Tennant-style lamp. But it's a weird little reference to say that this is a TARDIS kind of stuck between classic and new. It's in this kind of weird kind of limbo between the two eras, and this is a good amalgamation of the two. Though the TARDIS it's between, of course, is the coral Eccleston and the wood, so I don't know why you get like 60s roundels in the middle of it. But anyway, I do like also with this mode, because I've explained this all in the other episode. Go watch the first part. It explains all the other little minor tweaks and details of these mods. But you get these nice glowing lights, which I think looks so much better than this the off lights. I want them to make this a TARDIS, like an actual action figure. I want them to do it. I know a lot of people make custom. It's probably the easiest custom to do because Tennant TARDISes are quite cheap to find on like the internet. And all you've got to redo is just put these few little scuff marks around the doors. And I don't actually think it makes this noise. Well, I've listened to a lot of John Hurt Big Finish audio stories. Well, I've listened to the first series, the second series. I missed the third one because they're on BBC Sounds, and I missed the third one. I'm starting to listen to the fourth one at the moment, which I think was the last one they did. And then, of course, John Hurt passed away, and then they're doing all the Origin ones with Jonathan Crawley, I think his name is. It's like the early days of the Time War, but it has this kind of more kind of classic style hum. But I think when you hear it in the audio source, it has a more kind of Tennant Eccleston style hum to it. And also, I don't think you ever actually see the doors in Day of the Doctor. It's more from like this sort of angle, I think. But I don't think you ever actually see the door, which is an interesting point. But it's quite nice. You can see where they've had like, I don't know why you can see like fake doors here on the sides, but it's a really nice set. I like it's got lots of detail. You got all the buttons. They pretty much all do something as well. Okay, not everything makes a noise. Are there any like fun switches or details? If you pull the flight or the float switch, there's a lag spike, but all the lights start flickering. It's better with that because it's like an annoying noise. Look, all the lights flicker on the console here. This is one of the first ones they made, but it took a while for it to kind of like appear on the workshop for like, everyone to like play with. And you got this. This is the stasis cube, which if you click, it kind of goes weird. Yeah, it is a weird TARDIS. You get it in I don't know why, but I really like how it looks in Minecraft. I don't know why, but if this looks like if you have like the 1.12 Dark mod, this TARDIS looks really nice in Dark mod because you can't really tell it's this TARDIS and it looks a little bit nicer. And also, if you listen to the audio stories, this TARDIS is entirely always piloted by bike pumps. You always hear the bike. Actually, does this TARDIS even have a bike pump? It does. It doesn't. In the audio, you can always hear like them moving the bike. Like you can hear the pumping of the bike pump. But there isn't actually a bike pump in this console. That's really weird. Is that the buttons of a telephone? Anyway, I think we've seen all there is. There isn't really much to see in this TARDIS. I've just been wandering around the circle. Right, so here are the 9th and 10th Doctor's TARDIses, because there are a few. Because there is this one, which I'll quickly show you. This is the first one they made. And it's just a bit simple. You've got, you've got battle spray and all that, and you've got this really nice interior. It all has some nice hums. Oh, it's very kind of Day of the Doctor-y, very blue. But a while ago, these came out made by the man by TARDIS Man. But yeah, these are really HD models, and you can have all these different light effects. You can have them with the blue lights or the yellow lights. You can have the windows off. You can have it covered in hay, which I'm guessing is meant to be like in is it hay or mud? I don't know. Or you can have the Bad Wolf from Series 4 stuff. And you can also have, if I show you with this one, you can have the Bad Wolf spray sprayed on the side like in World War 3. So this is the 2005, this is 2006, and this is like the 2007 to 9. So after, this is like post-Runaway Bride, when they massively like the setup. So this is the first, this is the Series 1 TARDIS. So the first thing you'll notice is it's really dim, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I do always keep coming back to, I'm not a massive fan of this TARDIS. I do kind of prefer the Smith ones, but I guess pretty much nearly every New Who fan has this TARDIS as like a bit of nostalgia, because it is, to a lot of people, the first TARDIS they ever saw. And especially due to the Jodie one, I do put this a lot higher than the Jodie one. It has I do prefer it a little bit more. You've got the bell, all the bike pumps, and I love these switches. These little stabilizer, and all these really tiny details, like these switches on these valves. They move. What's this tiny switch here? Even that animates. There's a noise. There's so many details going to these controls. And also, I like the power switch animation. Ooh, that goes very red as well, though. I'm talking over it. Also, my favorite thing is the sledgehammer's marked stabilizer. Doesn't do anything. It's just marked stabilizer. I think it's a funny detail. And also, when you flick the space-time throttle, the deviant lever, the whole room shakes like mad. And you've also got back here got the lamp, the hat stand, and you've got the chair. You have Plo Koon. Plo Koon's still here. Got our Master Plo. Also, the weird thing that always bugs me with this console, this TARDIS has got other rooms, like the wardrobe and all that stuff, but where's the door? Where is the door to the other rooms? Where's the door to... I mean, I know the wardrobe, that is just this room. They just took the console out and put some clothes in the way. But where is that corridor to the other room? How do you leave this console room? Like, is there like a hidden staircase somewhere? How do you leave? So this is how you see it in Series 1, of course. It's all nice. Here's, of course, it in Series 2. It's a bit more blue. It's all a bit... Ooh. I'm just resisting the urge to sing Ghostbusters. Guys, no one tell anyone. Plo Koon's still on board. If we end up on Mars, I'm going to kill you. And then finally we have... This is how you see it from 2007 to the end of the show. So as you see, it's a lot more brightly lit. It's still got the blue. And, yeah. It's just a nice detail. You have all these different lighting systems, so you can have the exact kind of console you want. Very original Tennant TARDIS they had. Lovely. And then we had this one. So you can tell that is already a much better version of this, but this is just, it's just a bit more darker. The wood grain is a lot more kind of identifiable. But even look how bad like these things like the handles and the keyholes are. Now here we have probably one of my favourites. The Coppersmith, the Pond-era console. Scrumptious little beauty. So we've got, you can have black windows, you can have white windows, you can have even whiter windows, and then you can have snow, dual white. I like the black windows. That's the adverts. Is that from Vincent the Doctor? I don't know. My only irk with this police box is it's really clean. It never gets like mucky, apart from like in like Angels Take Manhattan, it gets all that kind of muck and dust on the bottom. But it's always like pristine. It's the thing that bugged me with the toy as well, because I had the Tennant one for ages, and it has a very basic weathering. There's lots of little brown smudge marks everywhere. But this one's always just so dark and matte and shiny and clean, and this is weird. It slightly irks me. Also, I love that noise. I love that door sound effect. You know, just so colourful and beautiful and mad. Like it fits Smith's character to a T. I mean, the other one's really nice. I like the better ones. The second one's better with Capaldi, but I love all the I love everything that's made by Magpie Electricals as well. Look, Magpie that isn't made by Magpie. I think this is made by Magpie. That's got Let's see, Magpie. The keyboard's Magpie Electricals. It's full of references. We've got this down here. TARDIS. Build site Gallifreyan Blackhole Shipyard. Type 40. It was built in 1963. Authorized by qualified Time Lords only by shadow proclamation. Theft, misuse or theft of the TARDIS will result in extreme penalties and possible exile. Oops, but don't tell anyone I've nicked this. Got the zigzag plotter. The blue boringers. You got this weird bottle of, I don't know, wiper fluid. Got the old gramophone, walkie-talkie. All nice little bits and bobs that do all these different switches. I love all these switches. And the bell and we've got the taps as well. And what's this here? It's like a calendar. Modification. Rolls-Royce Motor Crew, England. See, lots of weird details. The best thing is this room's corridors. Ooh, mood lighting. You can go through here. Not all of them open. Why was that so laggy? Is that like teleporting me or something? Some of these open into rooms. There you go. So this one's a room. And now we're over here. I think that was why there was a lag spike, because it teleported me. It's like I was over here. I didn't think I'd move that far. And also back here, I have a dragon. I don't know why it's here. There's a dragon behind the console. Do you ever see it in the show? I don't know. I've never been looking for it. There's stuff down here. There's all the wires and all the holes. So I just love how the... Oh, there's another. I swear I saw it. There. Is it just the same thing? Yeah, it's the same. Vents in the walls. These little nooks and crannies that have just cloth of High Gallifreyan in the background. The same lampshade. The lamp... I keep calling it a lampshade. Hat stand. Look at these comfy chairs. Oh, get lost in that. Not very like buttony these TARDISes, but it's just mad. You've got the, you know, wibbly lever pinball machine. Next one. So here are the Smith and Capaldi TARDIS. This is the first time you see this TARDIS, and it's the last version of this TARDIS. So this is from when you see it in the Snowmen, and this is it from series. This is the Capaldi one from series 10. So you can see how much really has changed. Of course. So you see in here, there's no vents in the floor. It's all just smooth. The monitors are fixed as well, as you can see. I like the noises they all make. You can sit in the chairs, can't you? Yeah, you can sit in the chairs. Corridor that opens just to this. There's no real interior. I don't know if it was this exact version of the TARDIS, but there was one of these you could go in it through Google Maps. If you went to a police box in Earl's Court, which they do reference in Bells of St. John. You could then walk around this TARDIS in a Google Map, like Street View, which is fun. I love the sounds. Oh, because I got the handbrake on. Yeah, the sounds for some of the controls do change. Again. Ooh, look at it in the dark with the blue. Ooh. And also, as you can see with all the lights, if I hit flight mode, it ticks, the whole ceiling moves, time rotor does that little weird pingy bit, all the lights on the outside move. I love how animated this TARDIS was. This is the first one that was really animated. Because the time rotor doesn't move, because all the ones that are moving time rotor, again, like I said, it's not really called time rotor, but so the room around it moved, like it had all these lights going off. And it just looked so alive. And I love it. This is from series 10. I do like this police box again. As you can see, it's weathered. It's like really battered. Oh, so it's got the orange light. Of course, in series 8, I think it's darker, and of course, and in series 9 they add these circles, these round things, like he does say in Deep Breath. Oh, it needs more round things, Clara. It's the worst Scottish accent I've ever done in my life. The controls have different noise, and there's also this like phone slot thing, and of course the monitors are on handles and they move. They move now, and of course here we have love that. Thank you for the like screwdriver. We'll leave that there because it looks cool. Ooh, I didn't know they moved. Oh, that one moves. No, of course you got the music. I don't know if I showed you the music, Neil, but have all these songs. They're all pretty much. They're all Murray Gold, apart from they got the 13th Doctor's theme and the Ghost Monument tune. It's got all like the big ones. It's got the Long Song, Shepherd's Boy, Majestic Tale, Val the Chem, all the main themes, the Doctor's themes, the companion themes. It's got all the main kind of songs. New Doctor. I won't play any of them because they're copyrighted up the kazoo. But always a thing. But the books and stuff just stop on this half. And also I like these are see-through, so they kind of light up. So, but they're lovely books. I think there's a few other details that this TARDIS has that they didn't put in. Like I'm pretty sure the 12th Doctor has like they haven't put like his guitar or anything down anywhere. Like his amp and stuff for his guitar. These don't open still, do they? No, they don't. But yeah, they're missing things like that. But yeah, and they also have like a table where he had like a records of like Beethoven and stuff on. And can I open these and have like the secret like TARDIS keys in them? And they're just unmarked books. Picard's got better bookshelves. He's got Winnie the Pooh. I mentioned Star Trek. That's probably alienated everyone now because I mentioned Star Trek in the Doctor Who video. I'm watching a lot of Picard. I'm loving it to bits. Right. Okay. Let's. Series 11, Series 12. This is the Fluxified Series 13, and this is the Masters TARDIS from Power of the Doctor. So we'll go through them. I do really like this exterior. I think it's really weird. It's very different. These pillars are almost kind of circular. You've got the handle on the other side, which isn't new. Some other older consoles do that. On this, have they made it 3D? Oh, they haven't. These windows. I never noticed these bumps in the windows, but I know they were like these kind of weird like strips. It's not like a frosted glass like the other ones are, and of course it's difficult. And just overall, it's just a very weird kind of shape, and I just like it. I'm not a big fan of the color. I think it's not blue enough. I like it. Now this is my least favorite console. I will say that. I don't mind this door bit, but just the whole main real look of the TARDIS just isn't. I like they've actually gone for a smaller room. I like they've gone. Let's actually make something a bit smaller, and it's kind of nice in parts. But the console stuff has lots of nice little details. Like you've got a blue stabilizer switch, and so actually it's not very in depth because this is of course the original version. There's not really a lot going on in the room, but it has got one amazing feature. It should be on here. You press this pedal. Custard cream dispenser, and it gives you health. I think also it's on this version. Yes, hexagon tables. That switch. You have a table, but I do like the power up sound effect. I love that noise. I do like all these big scanners on the wall as well. They're quite nice. Flight mode. Oh, they do move. But I like the little spinny TARDIS. I like that. That's a nice control. So this is Series 12. So as you can see, it's got a lot more light. It's got this big bubble thing in the middle. There's so many controls in here that I had no idea were actually even in the console. And you've got this kind of, they've tried to do that kind of holographic screen, which is a quite nice detail as well. Also, another thing you have is color control. If you flick this time, so you've got red, purple, green, white, blue, which I think appears in the console at some point. And you have the orange again. I do like a toggle switch, as the kids do say. In terms of detail, they've done really well here, I think. They've really captured the naffness. Now, the next one is a bit buggy. It's in beta, it's not finished. But this is the Fluxified version of the TARDIS. So as you can see, if you remember from Flux, the TARDIS kind of got crippled and weird. So you've got these bits poking out. You've got spiderwebs, you've got this little staircase up here, you've got another door at the back. You can use these as exit points, and they remember as the entrance. Ha 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 ha. Funky, but it's got this really funky. It's got the cube rotor because isn't it like a more modern version? Isn't it like a higher version? It's like a Type 50 something TARDIS, not a Type 40. Like the Doctor's TARDIS is. Look at all the bits like High Gallifreyan everywhere as well. The Blue Boreas. You can make this orange still, or you can make it back to the whatever it was. Blue, red. Purple. Oh no, we'll leave it at that. I don't know. It's a bit fun. I think I've definitely broken something. Only Masters TARDIS there is. I know someone made a paradox machine for the Tenant TARDIS, but I can't seem to find that on the workshop. Possible part 3 where I look at some other Doctor Who consoles. Maybe not all, I won't look at all of these, but I might look at some of the ones like that are also from like the show, like things like the Ruth one and the Rani house and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know when I'll do that.